with biking. As you'll see, there will be a whole bunch of themes throughout it. This is bruises and flat tires overcoming adversity. So, and life is a lot about biking. So in order to keep moving, you have to keep pedaling to stay balanced, to move forward. So that's one of the pieces. So I want to ask you first, how many people have ridden a bicycle? How many people have a bicycle now? How many people still ride it? Okay, perfect. So the participation that I want you to have with me as we go through the day, because I'll be speaking with you in the afternoon, is, you'll have to repeat with me, is when there's something you like or when you kind of want to change the topic, I want you to say, ride on. Okay, so can you do that with me? Ride on. So we're kind of going to move through that, because when you're moving through adversity, you just kind of have to ride on. So as we're given the opportunity to explore a little bit, let me show you a little bit about the progression of bikes for myself. And maybe you have the same theme. So first we have the big wheel. Now I didn't have a big wheel. Anybody have a big wheel? I didn't. I think they were after my time. Then you have a tricycle, and then you start moving up. And then you have the two-wheel bike, and you have the training wheels. So you got the, 4 wheels going on. And then my favorite actually was the bike with the banana seat. Right on, right? I really loved my banana seat bike. And it had a leopard skin print. It was really great. And then I moved on to a 10-speed, and mine was yellow. That was kind of cool. And then, I don't know, maybe it was the boyfriend I had at the time, but then I had a mag wheel bike. So, and he thought that's what I had to have, because we were just going through the dirt trails and everything like that. And then the last bike up there is my current bike. So that has a lot of miles on it. But anyway, when we're learning to bike, you need to have the right equipment. You have to adjust our seats. You may get bumps on the road, but the bottom line is that no matter, just like in life, you have to continue to ride on. So give me another ride on. Okay, and so I know a lot about biking. And how do I know? Is in 2012, I rode 1,650 miles. So that's about from here to Phoenix, Arizona. I should have showed up for a meeting at Phoenix. And then in 2013, I rode 1,037 miles. So that was only about between here and Denver. But that was a little harder because it was uphill, right? Mile High City. Right on. So, to me, I ride my bike to deal with life's adversity and change. And how I got into that was in 2011 when I actually lost my job and I was trying to figure out how to reinvent myself. And so I had a friend, John, who was very into biking, and he talked about his awesome riding on the Fox River Trail. And so from that, I got inspired to get my bike tuned up and hop on the trails. And so for now, since I started that in 2011, I've ridden over 3,500 miles. And so every day, I'm grateful to him for being able to inspire me to get on the trail and ride my bike every day to get through adversity and change. So, ride on. So, but one of the things that I really loved about biking when I started as a, whoops, I guess I bumped my slides. Someone should have said, ride on, girl, look at your slides. So one of the things that I really liked about biking as a child, and I still like it today, is all the freedom that you have. So, can't you agree? There's kind of freedom when you hop on your bike. So remember that banana seat bike? Okay, so put me back in that time, child, with my cool banana seat bike, and I'm riding down the street. And it was just awesome, a great day, and it was a ton of freedom. But of course, our lives don't move that smooth all the time. So there was time to run into adversity. And that adversity was Sammy, the mean dog of the neighborhood. And so this mean dog was one of those dogs that actually his bite matched his bark. So he was very mean. So I was out riding one day, and it was really great. And, I had the freedom. It was very joyful and carefree. And you know what happens there. You're having a great time. You're riding. And then you decide, I think it's a good idea to feel the wind a little bit better. So you take one hand off the handlebar, and you're going along, and you're like, I think it's time. Get the other hand off. And so I'm just flying along. And who do you think shows up? Sammy. Sammy ended up breaking down his fence and jumping over and decided that I was his target. So he started snapping at my legs to bite me, and it was just like Shark Week. I can't remember, did we just, because it was just kind of, so, and you would imagine, Sammy won. He got my leg, I stopped, I flew over the bike and slid down the road. Flat tires, bruises, all that. So, you know, I took up my pride and I picked up my bike and I went home. But what do you think happened next? The next day, as a kid, what do? You go back and you hop right on your bike. Ride on. So it's just that life is like that, is that life throws you a lot of bumpy roads and throws you a lot of adversity, and the thing is that you need to ride on. And that's what the journey is in higher ed right now, don't you think? I mean, it's pretty tense.